So we are going to watch a very short video clip very quickly, and then we will come and ask Professor Patirana and Inoka some questions.
Want to tell me what's going on?
Rapid detox dialysis.
I heard that. I can see that. And then I thought, surely they can't be crazy enough to do something like that in the middle of court proceedings.
It's the fastest way to get psychotropic drugs out of Leo's system.
Right, but if we lose this case, they are not going to let Leo back into school.
You told us to put the patient first. That's what we are doing. Of these medications, Iggy will be able to work with him.
Yeah, if he can't, do you have any idea the kind of liability you are opening this hospital up to?
Oh, I see.
What?
It's about now the new medical director gets his first visit from the Dean of Medicine. Did the Dean already come?
There you are. They need you in hematology, and you owe Dr. Sharp a call.
So patient first or job first?
I think we broke him.
If you're looking for a hideout, this one's taken.
Who are you running from?
Patience. You?
Doctors. One in particular. Shouldn't be here.
Well, that makes two of us. I really didn't expect to care this much.
That's exactly why you should be here.
What about you?
I made a promise to my wife that I would slow down. Before this, I ran a clinic in Chinatown, and it almost broke us. I mean, Georgia couldn't go through that again. And I promised that she wouldn't have to. I promised her that I would be there so we could start a family. So I asked Georgia if she would slow down with me to stop dancing, a career that she loved. She's really, really good at it. She did. For me. To be a mom, you know. So we got pregnant, and then I got the call about New Amsterdam. If Chinatown was K2, then New Amsterdam was Everest. Who can resist climbing Everest?
Lots of people.
Wish I were one of them. But I said yes, without telling Georgia. She didn't like that.
You betrayed her. But that doesn't mean that you don't belong here. And the changes you've made are going to help thousands of people.
What about the one I married?
Oh, Max, you haven't told her that you have cancer, have you? And what are you waiting for?
To not have cancer?
You can't carry this load by yourself. Not as a medical director, not as a patient, certainly not as a husband or a father. You've been telling everyone, put the patient first, so why don't you take your own advice? Consider this your first appointment. And your first order of business is to tell your wife that you have cancer.
Actually, I watched this before. So, this is where the director of that hospital faces a dilemma because he is diagnosed with cancer, only he knows about it, and his physician was the lady who was there. So he's trying to decide when to divulge this to his wife. I think at that time she was pregnant, and but he can't also neglect his hospital because he has taken up this hospital which is failing, and he has taken up a huge responsibility and he's trying to turn things around for the hospital. And at the same time, he's battling with his own cancer and he's delaying treatment for his own cancer. He has got throat cancer according to the story here, I think. So it didn't sound natural to me. Well, I don't think I would have handled it so well if I was in this position. I would probably put my health first, to be honest, because I would think that, okay, if I am not healthy, how can I make others healthy or happy? So I think if it was me, probably I would have been more selfish, and I'd have probably taken treatment for my cancer before I did anything else, because in my belief, none of us are indispensable. So sometimes we feel, or people make us feel indispensable and say, okay, so if you're not there, this will not happen, this won't work, this will fail. But I don't think that is true, because if we all might go one day at any moment of time, we don't know when, that's the only issue. So, and if that happens, world will go on. So shouldn't feel indispensable at any moment. That's what I personally feel.
Even if it is not something as serious as cancer, do you know people who are consumed by maybe ambition, who put away maybe not a diagnosis of cancer, not neglecting a diagnosis of cancer, but neglecting maybe lesser and important things because of they're running after one milestone to the next in this life in medicine, that they neglect themselves.
That's very true, because we see many people who are running after things and neglecting their families, their friends, their life. So I believe that you must always have priorities in life. These priorities change from time to time, but at any given moment of time, I would know, okay, what is most important for me at this particular time or this moment, and I would give more effort or more time for that rather than neglecting them.
Inoka, what's the toll this life in medicine has taken on the bond with your family? Does it take a toll? Maybe not.
Well, as I mentioned earlier also, Santu, medicine is about life, human life. So when we are with the family, all the family members are having different things in life. So how I see it personally, myself being a doctor in the family, I have been able to understand people better, because people are going through different events of life that a non-medical person may not be able to understand better. So I am considered as an empathic family member, not only in my nuclear family, also in the extended family, to the extent where even the aunties who have their own children being doctors calling me and, trying to get some relief. So I feel that I have been able to give that little that I got little. Because we as doctors in Sri Lanka, in the state universities, have been funded by the taxpayers. So we do need to contribute to our society. That's the fifth aspect of mental health. And me being a lady doctor in the family is such a nice thing for me, to being able to contribute to my family, as well as being able to be there for them, because they are all dealing different levels of life. Even now my father is very forgetful. He'll be 90 next week. So my mother hasn't been able to understand the fact that this may be early dementia, but I do. So I find it very easy to connect with my father more than other family members in the family, to the fact that I am a medical person.
Thank you. Sir, when we were discussing their life in the first segment of this program, some of our new graduates, they said that they lost parts of their friendships, parts of their social network. Have you lost good friends you wish you have kept close because of the demands of this life in medicine?
I don't think so. Because as I entered the faculty, I had no friends in the faculty because none of my schoolmates were in the batch. And most of my friends were outside. So I kept in touch with them because they were more close to me than my batchmates in the first few years. So I was all alone. So it took about a year or so to build up new friendships, new networks. So even then, the school friends never left me, and neither did I leave them. And we had regular get-togethers, and so I always managed to keep in touch. Of course, I was very busy, but still during holidays, I managed to meet them. And I don't think it should be a problem for the new generation because there are so many methods of communicating with your friends, and you don't really need to be physically present. You can at least give a call, send a WhatsApp message or whatever. So there's no real need to lose touch or lose your friends.
Are your friends very different to you? These friends that you have kept in touch with, are they like you or they are very different to you in general?
Very different.
They're very different.
Most of them, some of them didn't do medicine.
Okay.
They're in different fields, but still when we get together, we reminisce about what we did in school, and we have been continuing our association throughout, even until now.
Okay. Does the fact that they're very different to you also add to your life?
I think so, because I forget about what I'm doing in my work, so I don't get a chance to talk about medicine, because if we meet friends who are doctors, we only talk about this patient, the patient whom we saw last week, and some interesting which happened in the ward, or something silly which was done by a doctor. So it's all about medicine, but when we meet people who are non-medical, it's totally different, and you sometimes wonder, okay, am I missing some stuff?
Right. But so you say you tried your best to keep your vibrant set of friends. But come on, there has to be something you lost, something joyful, something you had to sacrifice to be this successful.
I don't think I sacrificed anything, because I did what I liked throughout my life. So, but as I told you, I don't think I'm very ambitious. And my main issue was in taking decisions in life, when I came to a place, okay, what should I do next? So even as a A-level student, I was not very sure that I would do medicine. I wanted to do veterinary science. Then my mother said, no, you try Colombo. If you don't get Colombo, okay, then you can go to Peradeniya. I thought, okay, that's okay. So I didn't expect to get into Colombo, but I got in there and I continued. But I'm happy with that. And at each step of my life, even after MBBS, I wanted to select a specialty. I was not sure what I would like to do, but once I started, I enjoyed, and I don't regret.
Right. Okay, Inoka, I'm going to ask you very quickly the same question. Is there something joyful you had to give up because of your life in medicine? And then we are going to go to the next segment.
Yeah, same answer, because I also can't remember anything that I lost something really joyful. But I think in life we sometimes have to give up certain things. Now, I was also in the field of community medicine. My husband is a clinician. So I had to give up 2 years of my, after the training, to be with the family. When he was doing his overseas training. But I don't regret, because I was able to be with the family during the first 5 years of my daughter's life. So looking back at that, the sacrifice, I am happy about it.
Thank you. So